Welcome back to Nintagious. Picking up right where we left off in this chapter of the campaign. We went, I'm gonna guess we got like 2/3 through it, maybe 3/5. And it was already an hour in the last episode, so I figured I would just cut it up into two. We do have a couple of upgrades here, so let's see what we're looking at. Yeah, sure, whatever. I think at this point in the game, maybe I should be looking at it as the way I looked at gear in Marvel's Avengers, and typically how I look at it in Diablo as well. It's just been a while since I've played these games, especially on stream. And that's that if the number goes up, like, since I'm not at the level cap yet, if the number goes up, we equip it. Maybe that's not the best idea, but I think for now it works, until we get to the level cap, and then optimizing our stats might mean a little bit more at that point. Excuse me.
What do you need?
Oops, wrong one. Just want you to burn all of that.
Nothing like the heat of the forge, eh?
I don't think we have the ability to, like, upgrade anything quite yet. I think I'm pretty capped out on those. Alright, where are we going? I think I said that we were going to try to switch to the controller for this episode. I didn't, so we're just gonna keep it moving for now. I think it's that maybe after this...
Do you have the tear?
Which, at this point, it's 1:30 in the morning. I'll probably take a short break. The daily rolls over at 3. I think maybe I'll take a short break after this, and maybe then I'll do an episode doing the bounties and play that on a controller and see how I like it, to at least alleviate the I keep clicking on interface elements when I'm trying to just play the game problem.
Escaped that cavern with their lives, much less holding the tear. If only my people still had the courage you bear. But our wills have become as broken as our home. Still, this is exactly the kind of victory that rouses spirits. Come, let us return to camp.
We were just in camp. Okay, whatever. I guess they didn't expect me to waypoint back.
That call. Yes, that is it. You have the stone. Please, let me see it.
Oh yeah, this nonsense. We haven't seen this happen in a while. Like, just take it. Why do I have to do this weird prompt to deliver it? It's so strange.
Stone. To think I would hold such a thing. See how not even flame can withstand its presence. A lost flame can be reignited all. Do not fret so much. The 7 stones are artifacts that my clan has been seeking for ages. While I'm no expert in the spirit world, I know that wielding the tear gives death much less authority over a mortal's life.
Oh, that was just another player, I guess, that I couldn't see, but then they opened... God, it just breaks immersion. I thought that was like a cutscene happening.
Claiming this stone has granted you its boon, and the spirits of this mountain will now be able to sense your presence. Your soul bridges life and death, and it is the dead who will guide you into their realm, not I. To the north, the Ice Clan Khazra have claimed the graveyard of the ancients.
Fucking goatman.
Clear out their infestation. Present their war banner to the spirits of old, and perhaps they would grant you permission to walk amongst them. I am going to speak with the chieftain once more. Hopefully, I will meet you in the graveyard with good news.
Okay. I know I pointed out in the last episode that I don't really like... They have the legendary, like, essence transfer, where you can basically say I would rather keep the current legendaries, like, buffs, and not the new ones that I just got, but the new one has better... Well, that was interesting. The new one has better stats. I don't like the look of this hammer either, if I'm being honest. Looks pretty kooky. Of course, maybe transmogging is a thing in this game. I don't know. I found myself not caring about that as much in Diablo 3. But here, like, I guess since the character's larger on the screen, I care a little bit more about what they look like. Oh. Okay. Going up this way? So be it.
Is nowhere safe.
I was busy. Okay, and the enemies are just all dead now? I do feel like the game is running a little bit better on lower settings now, I guess. Come to think of it. Better than it was, at least. I hate this. Yeah, fuck you, Shrine.
There. That should put an end to their profane sacrifice.
That's okay.
This tattered rag must be the Banatos he spoke of. But what of these weapons? They look to have been stolen from various tribes. It is not right for them to remain here.
Oh. I want to explore all that too, though. So we're gonna do it. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. I'd love to see another... Oh, come in. Sometimes the yawns just fucking sneak up. I'd love to see another bestiary entry before we're done tonight, I think. That'll be my third for the day, so it'll be a good, nice chunk of battle points? Is that what they call them? I forget. Fuck you. I missed, like, a little bit there, but I don't think that's gonna be too big of a problem. That's a lot of enemies. Ooh, waypoint. Very important. Very aggressive.
I'm healed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it has to be performing better because, like, I'm just seeing less to complain about now. Is what it comes
A
down to.
gravestone, much older than the others.
Now all of a sudden I feel like I need to have some actual stuff in the banter engine instead of just talking about, like, the game.
the standard of our enemy as an offering to our spirits. We are defined by more than violence. We who gave everything to fulfill our sworn duty. We who suffered for both Ariat and for Clan. Show me there is more to you. Reunite my kin with their weapons, so their spirits may find rest. Honor their sacrifice.
But what if I was already gonna do this? Which we already picked up the weapons, so it's a fair assumption that we probably would have. You're gonna want to fight, aren't you?
A warrior's weapon bears a portion of their soul, and without it, we are incomplete. You honor those who came before you. Now speak. What has brought you to me?
This guy's voice sounds
My
familiar.
enemy has found a way to travel into the realm of the dead. He seeks to deliver a shard of the World Stone into the hands of Hell. I must follow after him, but the way is sealed.
Our people have protected the heart of the world for generations upon generations. We are tied to this land, even in death. Only by receiving the blessing of the ancients can you walk the path of the dead. Take the signet from this grave, warrior. Travel to the plains of blood and return my kinsmen to their rest. Bury them with their weapons and display honor and respect. Only then shall Tor and the others guide you to your foe. The path to the plains of blood is open.
Oh.
Aid my people, and they shall do the same for you.
Adventurer. There.
Navarre, Tarsi's ritual worked. I spoke with an ancient chieftain. He wants me to find and aid a spirit named Tor.
Of course, it would be him. Tor is my father.
Dun,
He
dun,
died 5 years ago,
dun.
along with most of our clan. They perished in the plains of blood, laying down their lives so that we lived.
Ah, the events of Lord of Destruction.
If you are truly able to speak with his spirit, let him know his daughter strives to carry on his heart, even now. But that is not what I came here for, is it? Chieftain Kentark has rallied our tribe. When you move upon Sescheron, we will join you in fighting back for our homeland. My people may have suffered, but even now, we will fulfill our oath to safeguard the World Stone. We spilled the blood of demons together, my friend.
I wonder if... I kind of want to go down here and explore all this first. Is this taking me to a whole new area? I wonder if, Oh, curse chest. I wonder if that might have actually been the end of that particular chapter and we're moving on to a new chapter. And since I kind of overdid it on grinding levels, I was ahead of the game and they didn't say, oh, come back when you're level such and such. They were actually like, oh, you can continue. Let me see. Okay, nothing to address here. I guess let's just go. No. I want to explore this other area down here first. That's right. Almost forgot. Shouldn't take long.
My health
A little bit of healing. There we go. Because, yeah, I kind of think they might be sending us to a whole new area. That's okay. I just wanted to get... get you checked off in case you're some sort of task. What was the significance of that? Oh, this connects around here. Okay. I was hoping that would be fleeting so that I could get out of here faster, but okay. Okay. So still some area here. Kind of wondering how long this game's campaign even is. You'd think that we're getting close to the end because I'm getting close to the level cap. But that might not necessarily have any connection whatsoever, really. That might just be me assuming, making assumptions based on previous games in the franchise. In fact, I think we just got... Yeah, that was the whole map. And there's clearly a lot of stuff on these maps that, like, you don't do by default, so there's, like, reason to come back. Goodies, goodies, goodies. Level up, you love to see it.
Restored.
I'll take a crest, sure. That seems fantastic. Oh, this thing. Right. I wonder what this tile is up in the upper right that's just still inactive. Anyway. Alright, so that was all worth it. And it didn't take as long as I was expecting it to either, so we can move on now. And then we get to see all the assets load in one at a time. That's always fun.
Corruption lingers in the air.
Oh, we're just down here? It's not quite what I was expecting. Search for fallen barbarian warriors. Like that one? That's not a... I guess it makes sense that this, like... We have to chase what's-his-name, right? Kind of forgot about that. Take the broken axe. Burr the barbarian with their weapon. Nicely done.
Get the elders and the children out of here. Get the elders and the children out of here. Wait, you? Who are you? I'm dead, aren't I? I remember the shrieking, the claws. I fell ensuring the others could escape. Yet I was lucky. The others died not knowing if their sacrifice was worth it. Please save my fallen kin. Let
That's
their
not what that
spirits
says.
know our tribe will live on.
Yeah. It's fine. Still just another indicator of what I was talking about in the last episode, that, like, sometimes you can tell, like, when you get later in the game, that the polish, like, sometimes gets worse. Where did I get
Could not hold.
their weapons, by the way?
Did the children live?
Yes, your people survived.
What was I gonna say?
Fight for this mountain.
Yeah, sometimes you get later in a game and you start to see the polish waver a little bit, because they just... I feel like whenever they do polish passes on games, they'll, like, they start at the beginning, And then whenever they find something that needs a little bit of polish, they stop and polish it, and then they start from the beginning again. So as a result, oh god, I hit the button for potions, but I think my finger slipped and I hit the wrong one. So that's on me. That's user error. That was also a lot of fucking damage, almost out of nowhere. So. But they probably decided at one point to change the dialogue slightly, and it reflected in the script, but they never, like, changed it in the game, because they just never quite got that far. To a point, I get it. It's an open beta. It's fine, but... I still just kind of wonder if maybe this wasn't quite ready to come out. Even in open beta form. Because let's be real. As soon as you say, hey, the game is out and it's free to play, people don't look at the open beta part. They just are like, oh, I'm going to play it. And then they're going to be like, this is bad. And they're going to completely forget about the part where it's an open beta.
My blade. I remember now. The chieftain. He was fighting against the Ice Demon's leader. We had to leave him behind, or the tribe would have fallen before the monsters. Living one, find Tor. Restore his spirit as you did mine.
Okay, yeah. It's fine.
I'm healed.
Search the area for clues.
Now, demon! You think you can break me? I am a toad apple, and you will not leave this mountain alive.
They fought to a standstill. Yet I sense something. Movement.
Hunger. Endless
I am like, that ice barrier is causing some hitbox issues. Thank you. That should be better now. Come on, dude. Why gotta be like that? Alright, no problem.
Friend of the mountain, you have proven yourself a true ally to the children of Volcathos. Strength has returned to our fractured souls. Tell me, how fares our people, my daughter?
Nevere lives. And having met you, I can say she carries your spirit. Even now, she rallies your people to fight once more. To prevent the World Stone from falling into the hands of the burning hells.
Thank you, warrior. You may not understand the pride I have in my daughter, but your words are a blessing I never thought to hear. But what is this about
They forgot to apply the,
it was
like, the ghost reverberation to make him sound like a spirit. Like, come on, how do you miss shit like that?
Yes. And its shards plague our land. One of them now hides in the realm of the dead.
And it's not like it
A
takes
place I
long to
cannot
fix
reach
something
without
like
your
that.
blessing. And if I cannot reach it soon, hell will claim the stone for its own.
Like, I fully understand that, like, I've heard a lot of stories from, like, testers and developers in general, and, a lot of them will point out that, especially from the tester perspective, that sometimes you find things that need to be fixed, and it's up to the developers to actually, you know, fix it. And sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't prioritize it because there's other things that they should be fixing first. And I understand that, but something like this would have taken, like, less than 5 minutes to fix. To just take that sound file and run it through whatever software they use to apply the reverberation, republish it, and then stick it in the game. It's not like that would have been an entire day of development to fix that one problem. It's not like that competes with bigger issues. You know what I'm saying?
Nevere lives.
I understand that it's low priority because it's... Are you fucking serious? I understand that it's low priority because it's not game-breaking or anything like that, but on the other hand, the game-breaking shit takes, like, a week to fix, probably? Maybe? Maybe longer? Maybe less, depending on the severity of the problem? You're telling me you don't have, like, an intern that's sitting there twiddling his thumbs and you can be like, hey, take this sound file and fix it really quick.
Friend of the mountain.
Nevere.
Thank you, warrior.
Yes. And its shards plague our land. One of them now hides in the realm of the dead. A place I cannot reach without your blessing. And if I cannot reach it soon...
Blessing? You have my blessing 1,000-fold, friend.
Yeah, they didn't apply it here either. They only applied it on the first one.
Brothers! Sisters! Heed your chieftain one last...
Did the first one even have reverberate? I thought it did. But now the rest of them don't. And now I think I'm crazy.
Protect the heart of the world at any cost. We go... Our blessing is yours. We will ensure the way is...
Now I'm thinking I'm crazy because none of the other lines had an effect on them. I thought the first one did, though. I don't know. After a minute, he just sounded weird, and it was bothering me. See, I don't think I should equip this because damage taken by your summons... I don't have any summons. So that's, like, not great. I'm very concerned that I was just, like, hearing things when I thought that the first voice line had had like modifications to it. Now I'm like, maybe I'm crazy because literally all of the other ones didn't. But I don't know. I think for me personally, and I don't have a lot of game development experience, so I'm speaking almost entirely hypothetically here. I would probably create like a master list of things that need to be fixed, right? And of course then you're gonna like prioritize those and say, well, this one's major. This has to be fixed before...
Tassi, head inside. The demons will...
before the game releases. But then I'd look at the smaller stuff and be like, well, how long would this take? You could just take a day and fix like 20 different things that take like 5 minutes each. And it's all polished, but you're also knocking a lot of stuff out at once. Oh wait, did she die? That's
gone.
unfortunate. She was cool.
Be at peace, sister.
Damn it.
Nevere knew what she was doing. From the moment we step foot on the battlefield, we warriors are prepared to die. She fell in battle, protecting her home, just like her father. There is no death more noble.
Yeah, but from a storytelling perspective, I'm like, did she need to die?
For that reason, we cannot delay any further. Tassi must be deeper in the ruins. Go, reclaim.
They're being a little bit too Game of Thronesy with the killing the characters. I think almost every time, at least 50% of the time when they introduce a character, I'm like, well, they were pretty cool. I thought the monk lady was cool too, and then they were like, oh, we're gonna kill her. It's like, but why?
Darcy, are you ready?
It didn't further the story forward. It just pissed me off because a character died.
Yes. This is the place the shard breached the barrier between life and death. Is it not? Its effects still linger.
She didn't make it.
I see. My people are no strangers to death and sacrifice. Even then, moments like this are still hard to bear. Come, we must press forward. Oh, embrace. Warriors of
Oh.
guide this one who will honor your legacy. Walk with them as they pass through the veil into Imwiri Ikura. You have passed into the unformed land. While I have never experienced it myself, I do know you must not tarry too long.
You do not fight alone, warrior. The strength of the mountain is behind
Once more, you indignantly approach, mortal. Prepared to fight with misguided conviction. To defend a flawed world and a corrupt people.
Hey, if it isn't bootleg Diablo.
You are our neglected kin. Yet I have seen your worth. And with this, the heart of creation, I will see you freed of
You talk slow. Keep it moving, please.
We are with you. By the call of the ancients, the gate shall open. Go, champion.
Lord Skarn, the Shard Seeker approaches.
Abandon your fear, for terror is in my control.
He really is bootleg Diablo.
Come, be cleansed of the heavens' blight.
Nothing will tear us apart again.
I don't really like this. That's... Ugh. Ugh.
Embrace your heritage, for soon this misbegotten world will also be made pure.
It's with all the, like, weird body horror stuff in this game.
Navarre and Oza will be avenged.
You would
Yikes, that hurt.
lived longer. You just walked away.
Who is this, like, other guy, by the way? I don't remember them ever pointing it out. Is this brother or something, I'm guessing? I've done a bad job of paying attention to the plot, if I'm being honest. It's kind of funny that, like... I feel like this is... Oh, God. I feel like this is really, like, lesser Diablo 3, because even the storytelling's worse, I think. And Diablo 3's storytelling was already not very good. Oh my god, this is fucking frame drops, dude.
is happening?
Oh god.
Spirit of this desolate realm, heed my demands and serve the Lord of Hell!
That being said, I do still find the plot to be more interesting than possibly any other free-to-play game like this I've ever played. Just because it's in a world that I'm familiar with, I think, that's made it, like, it's given it a little bit more value.
What's gone promised. I can't lose you.
And so you survive the ancient evil once again. A spirit awash in fury. Come, it is time to return. Soul of the living, cross through the veil of eternity. Let the tear
I'm just gonna
guide
go
you
ahead and
home.
complete it before you finish talking.
You have fought well, but your battle is not over. Not until the heart of creation is returned or destroyed. The spirits who haunt Sescheron may never be at peace, but we will do all we can to heal the breach. May the ancients guard you on your journey, my friend.
Okay. Ah.
I would welcome you back, but I recognize that look in your eyes. You're leaving, following after the World Stone into the burning hells themselves.
That's the
Aren't you?
game.
I am. Any other course will spell doom for our world.
As I thought. Do not worry. I will see to Nave's last rites. But as soon as things are settled, I intend to follow after you. Hell is not a place to be without allies, even for the strongest of us.
Nevaeh will be buried alongside her father. Both of them.
And
Okay,
what of
okay.
yourselves?
Keep moving.
My tribe and I may move on soon. Our charges no longer wear it well and break apart.
It was like a total, like, I did not need to talk to them moment. We only need one level. We're not that far away either. If I'm being honest, why do I have email? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do that right now, but I'm definitely filling that shit out, because I have a lot to say. Oh, boy. Okay, so I have to get to 56, which is, like, a third of a level? We're not going to do that within this episode, but we're not done yet. I think we're going to head back to Westmarch. I think I'm going to go just, like, do a random random rift really quick. I'm kind of tempted to plug the controller in and see if... Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna pause the recording really quick. I'm gonna turn my controller on, and I'll see if does the game automatically detect it, or am I gonna have to reboot the game? And then I'll, after I figure that out, I think we'll come over here and we'll do a, we'll do just one of these rifts really quick. Just, well, let me go burn some equipment first. You know what? I'll do that while I'm paused. Okay. I hate that the audio cuts out when I'm tabbed away from the game like that. It did immediately connect to my controller. And something that I really like, and this is maybe like a bit of a strange thing to point out, maybe, just cross to, oh, and then you just get a cursor here. You, it doesn't disable your mouse, which I really like. That was something I disliked about Genshin Impact, because navigating menus in Genshin Impact with the controller fucking sucked, but connecting a controller completely disabled mouse and keyboard, like 100%. So I like that you can kind of use both here. All right, let's do it. We'll see how this pans out. But yeah, I like that if I need to manage my inventory or something, I can still just reach over and grab my mouse. That's a pretty nice middle ground, I think. Because I often find that issue with games like this, where I'm like, well, the controller's good for gameplay, but like the menus are just never created to be able to be done with a mouse, or with a controller rather. That's wrong one. Meant to throw my shield. I'll need a minute. So circle is attack. The shoulders are all of my abilities. Triangle is potion. I'm gonna assume, which might be unwise, I'm going to assume that square is probably gonna be my ultimate.
My crusade continues.
Actually feels pretty solid. I might switch to this, like, long term, just to resolve that issue of one, sometimes I accidentally click on interface elements and things get fucky, or honestly, sometimes the game gets kind of busy and the cursor doesn't, like, it doesn't have good contrast, so it kind of blends in with everything sometimes. So that's also a bit of a hassle. Maybe it makes me feel good about the idea of playing the other games on console too, because I think we're probably still like a year away from Diablo 4 being a thing at this point, at least, if not more. But I have already been like, I think they right away were like, we're putting it on every console too, and I was like, well, would I want to still get it on PC or would I want to get it on console? I tend to not like playing things on PC very much anymore, especially for streaming.
Before the light.
Yeah, square is in fact my ultimate. There's a lot of enemies down there, but I'm not gonna need them. I actually really like to get level 56 before we stop, because I think it's going to unlock charms. So I'm a little curious about that. Also, something I noticed, and this is pretty sloppy porting, I think. When you hold any of the shoulder buttons, you can see, like, there's, like, a big, like, touch thing, and you can control this with the right stick for whatever reason. That's probably for, yeah, for aiming, for stuff like this. But you can see the, like, virtual analog stick still on the screen. Like, why? That has no reason to be there. It's just another instance of... it's a pretty sloppy port. I think they... My guess is in, like, under 3 months, they were like, and I think that's being generous, they decided, hey, let's put this on PC too, and they ported it, like, as quickly as possible, and they were like, well, it works. It'll do. We can release that. Guess that brings that up. And then the share button brings up my inventory. The touchpad in the middle. I'm using the PS4 controller, by the way, if you couldn't figure that out by the fact that I was saying cross, circle, triangle, square. It's not bad, though. I don't mind using the controller. I think that is going to be it for this episode. I don't really have anything else to do at the moment. We have about 45 minutes before the dailies turn over, and I'll have a new set of bounties to do, which will probably carry me to 56. I could probably grind it out and get to 56, but I don't think that's really content, to be blunt. So I think I'll wait. And since we got a little bit of a preview with the analogs, with the controller here, we don't necessarily have to do a whole episode of bounties with them, so I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to try to get another couple of levels, and then next time we'll continue the campaign further, I think. I think will be the plan. So as per usual, thank you for watching. I hope you had a good time. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. It helps to let me know that I should continue making this content. I think this was overall, like, perhaps more fun than the last episode was. That one, because the game's performance was just tanking, and that just kind of had me just frustrated the entire time. And, like, I do like the game, but it's like, it's difficult to defend, I guess is what it comes down to right now. I just hope that gets better. I hope that gets better. I hope it gets to a point where I can enjoy it without having to stop and think. Without having to stop and justify it. We'll see what the months ahead have in store, though. The game's still only been out for, like... Has it only been out for a week? Come to think of it, I think I said earlier that it's been out for 2 weeks. I think it's actually only been about a week. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, it hasn't been out for long. But so I hope to see a nice patch just packed with quality of life improvements to just make the PC experience less like feeling like I'm playing it on a mobile emulator. Perhaps. But all we can really do is cross our fingers, I suppose. So yeah, thank you again for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, take it easy.